What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today is going to be another quick statue display update. I've made a few slight changes that I do think overall improve the look of the whole display for my Predator Terminator wall. So I have decided to really make this a dedicated Predator, Terminator, and Alien wall. Not just Alien and Predator, but really combine them all three because I do feel like they fit extremely well together. So we're keeping everything you see left of here the exact same. The only big difference is to the right. We've now removed the taller garage shelf and made it all even. Boom. Check this out. So in yesterday's video, you would have saw I had Arnold and the endoskeleton bust quite high. And I do agree it was a little too high. So I decided to remove that. By removing it, I had to also change this shelf right here to a garage shelf. I simply borrowed a garage shelf. I didn't even buy, just borrowed one from my other room that I wasn't really using as much. So I borrowed it. I brought it forward several inches to ensure that that giant alien egg, which has a massive base, can fit there without overextending, too much. So it's just, I didn't like how bad it was sticking out. So, and I also brought this shelf forward more, so it's completely even with this shelf. And then of course I put the alien bust next to the egg, facehugger, and chest burster. So all three are together. In addition, I moved my alien poster right here. So if you remember when I had XM, Alien, and Predator, I had that poster and then the Sideshow art print right there, up there. But I moved them to each side, and I think it looks fantastic. Because this bust isn't very tall, I can easily fit that poster and make it look amazing. And then this I can see still perfectly good. So I love that, and I think that poster goes super good with XM Predator just because he's like in his like fortress where he's collected all these skulls just like in the poster, so it fits. And then this looks great because it shows the alien with the egg with the face huggers. So if you notice, I did this sort of like as the evolution of the alien. So you start out with the egg on the right, then the face hugger comes out, becomes a chest burster, and then it turns into a full-fledged xenomorph. And this also puts a xenomorph next to a predator bust, which is also freaking amazing. So this works out extremely well in every possible way. The only slight negative is there is that metal bar there that does block a tiny tad bit of the face hugger and the chest burster, but not a big deal. And I did like how I did this. I just think it looks absolutely amazing, and I'm just super happy with how that looks. Now, the only big downside of me doing this whole display like this is I no longer will have space for Wolf Predator bust by Cool Props. Now, I have two options. A, sell that and put it right there. Or B, just keep this and cancel that one. Now, I did pay a deposit, which I obviously don't want to lose, so I still may just get it, at least get it in hands and see which one I like more, and then whichever one I like least, I sell that one. So that's what I'm thinking, because Wolf is still my favorite Predator, without a doubt. Fugitive is maybe like the fourth favorite. I would put it as Wolf, Classic, P2, Fugitive. Well, actually, no. I'd put Berserker Predator above him, so he's the fifth favorite. I love Berserker, and I used to have the Berserker bust, but that thing was so freaking big. It's just such a pain in the butt to display, so I sold it. Plus, I felt like the details lacked for how big it was. I would love to get the classic Predator life-size bust by Sideshow, but that thing just cost an arm and a leg, and it's not very big. So I still love this Fugitive, and I think it probably is one of the better busts, no doubt, especially with that arm. And it does fit and look amazing there. Plus, I love the fact that you can remove the helmet. It's definitely a tricky one. I definitely would love to get Wolf Bust. If I got Wolf Bust, I'd probably also want to buy his life-size mask and display the mask next to Bust if it fit. Otherwise, if the bust takes up that entire spot, we would leave it there. Let me know what you think. Do you think I should just keep this or get Wolf and sell this? Ultimately, I will not be able to display all of them. But overall, I'm extremely happy with how this is looking. Now, we're missing two key pieces for this display. And that's on each end, actually. So right here is where I'll put Prime 1 Big Chap 1/3 scale, the Action Pose Deluxe with the additional head. It's going to go basically right beneath the bust, the two classics together, and both the Prime 1s together. So I think it's just going to turn out absolutely amazing. It's going to have tons of presents, and it's going to look amazing there. And then that, in essence, completes the 1/3 line I started last year. Then we come to the Terminator line. So I've tried multiple variations. I wanted to put Arnold right there, but that's a wider shelf, and the endoskeletons look better all next to each other, like that. Having the half scale in that corner with the bust, the arm, and the pure arts above with the poster. I think it's just beautiful. It's like the ultimate endoskeleton display, to be honest. I don't know how you could improve upon this, because I got the best of the best. But yeah, it looks freaking amazing. And then Arnold, this is what I've done for now. Obviously, we've put the Queen Studios bust, and the big advantage of doing the bust here is I don't have to angle it to have his face looking at me. I can have it just, just like that. And then to the right, for now, we've put the 1/4 and the half scale bust. Now, this does look good. However, as you know, I'm trying to get away from 1/4 and get into larger scale. I would love a 1/3 Arnold T2. Hasn't been made, likely won't be made. At least, Queen Studios said they're not doing any more Terminator. Prime 1, they are doing mostly half, seems like only half scale. So Prime 1 has had on pre-order their Terminator from the Terminator first movie. So I'm a much bigger fan of T2, no doubt. T1 is still a good movie. It's probably like a 7 out of 10 or 6.5 out of 10 for me, where T2 is like 11 out of 10 good. I also really like T3, then T4, the one with Christian Bale. And frankly, all the rest of them I still like. I think they're all honestly fantastic movies. But Terminator probably actually is my least favorite, believe it or not. Still a good movie, just my least favorite. But Arnold was still awesome in that movie. So this is the only licensed half scale and the best looking Arnold out there. So I have decided to pre-order it. The Deluxe, it is made of silicone with glass eyes, hand punched hair, light up eyes, 2 heads. One head being battle damage, which is what I likely will be displaying. Although technically it's screen inaccurate doing that version. You'd have to, when he was that battle damage, his suit was much more torn, but it still just looks better. I love battle damage on Arnold. I just think it looks awesome. I did want to try to put the 2 half scales next to each other, but because of the way they're posed, there's not really a good way to do that. If I put one where Arnold is, it would block that one. So I can't do that. I can't have something that's, 27 inches deep, having a gun that would poke out and block half of him. I can't put that into where Arnold is, and then it would block whatever's in that corner. So that one really does have to be in the corner. And it looks amazing where it is. It really does. And then half scale Arnold would go right here. It's only 18.5 inches wide. Like that's the base diameter. And I definitely have plenty of space, both width, depth, and height. It's 46 inches tall to the top of the gun, where that one's about 40 inches tall. And so Arnold will probably be slightly taller to the head, but then his gun sticks out. But it should look absolutely amazing having, T1 and T2, silicone of both. So, it's not like this is going to outshine that one too much just because they're both silicone. I'm sure Queen is still going to be overall far superior overall. But I think if Prime 1 nails it and it comes out, as good as the Proto, or at least 95%, and the likeness remains the same, I think it will be my best half-scale statue. I can't see any other half-scale. I mean, these ones are great, but they're not silicone. They don't have glass eyes. They don't have that awesome battle damage. I am getting Queen Iron Man Mark 7 half-scale, which I think, if I wasn't getting Arnold, would be my best. But I think Arnold will be better than the Queen one. And this endoskeleton is absolutely amazing, no doubt. But I think Arnold will be better overall. So I'm very excited. I did pre-order him. He was low stock on Prime 1, and he is a lower edition size, 400. He's shipping between July and September. And since I order direct, I'll get him much quicker, not going through a retailer and not going through Sideshow. Sideshow charges $212 of tax plus shipping. Their tax is more expensive than the shipping cost from Prime One doing economy shipping. So it is cheaper to order direct. You know, both give you 5% rewards. So yeah, it's better just to go direct. I don't ever want to order a Prime One product through Sideshow ever again. There's really no point. Unless it's in stock and I don't want to wait. It's still going to be more expensive though because of tax. Because shipping economy is mostly cheaper than just shipping regularly in the US. That's why I feel like going through a retailer for Prime One is honestly not a good idea at all. Order direct every single time, economy. Even if it's $300, if it's $300 economy, in the US, it's probably going to cost you $450, you know, to get it to you. Anyways, so as you see, I no longer have a poster covering this. I've decided I'm not going to do any posters covering window wells anymore. Aesthetically, it just doesn't look good. I do like how I have the Pure Arts, you know, same level as these. That just looks awesome. And one last thing to show you. Alexa, turn on horse statue lights. Boom. So Arnold is connected. Previously I had that Endo connected, but the cable can't reach. And so that one's just battery operated. Everything else in the Endo is battery operated. But the Arnold does require, you know, a plug-in. So there it is. You know, like if I want to light these ones up, I got to press this button on the side of his head like that so you can have the two light ups. Anyways, folks, that is what I wanted to show you guys. I do think overall it looks really, really good. I'm very proud and happy of this display. Question begs, do we change this to garage shelving? If I did, it does pose a few tiny issues. One, I really like my Freddy and Jason display right now, how I have it underneath. I think it's just simple, classy, looks good. If I did a garage shelf, it would be too much height if I kept those. I couldn't do that. And then if I did garage shelf over here, the 1/3 scales I have underneath don't really fit inside a garage shelf, at least like a standard garage shelf. I'd have to make them taller. Like, look how tall darkness is compared to a garage shelf. I would have to make the garage shelf at a bare minimum as tall as that. You know, so I have to cut some metal, use one of the extenders. It's a lot of work. And I don't know, you know, I know I can fit a 48-inch one here, but then that, you know, I wouldn't even have a garage shelf that could really fit that too good, to be honest. So I'm probably not going to do a garage shelf here. Just a lot of work, and I don't think it'd even be better, to be honest. But this wall and that wall, you know, is all garage shelving, and it looks gorgeous. So I'm very happy. Next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this shelf out for the DBZ MRC shelf. So I don't need the depth right here, to be honest. And I'm going to scoot it all the way to the left and move that glass shelf there. And then have two glass shelves next to each other. But I might even try to just do a garage shelf there, to be honest, like a 30-inch wide by 24-inch depth garage shelf. That way I could do, if it fits, dark side bust underneath with dark side above. I think that could look amazing. But I am going to move underroll to the left. I just have to change the garage shelf so it's much less depth so it doesn't block Lord of Darkness. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. But a Queen Joker mask has shipped. I got working tracking. It shows it's going to arrive Wednesday. It's going to go right there. You know, just keeping these displays very, very simple because of the way it looks. I can't put a statue really under there. Just a little life-size prop that's not too tall. Works perfect. So Joker mask will go right there. And I did pay for Queen Iron Man. I haven't received shipping yet. My guess is I'll get tracking tonight. It won't work. And then I'll get it, you know, it'll start working tomorrow. And I'll get that one Thursday. Anyways, folks, that is it. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.